Thank God I got new glasses so I could catch that bullshit. Welcome to a perfect example of a boss that has tons of filler and no content. Let's get to it. Run to the center and step on a block to activate a jump thing. You have 10 seconds to complete it. Each switch activates a lower level of gravity, with the final one shifting it entirely for a good portion of the dungeon. Also, I'm pretty sure that every time you hit the first switch, a ton of ads will spawn on the main platform. So please, don't screw up the first run through, there's already a bunch. Once all the ads are defeated, support platforms ahead will appear for you to access the second main platform. If you're hot shit, you can get on this ledge here, then jump to the second support platform. Do note, these supports do disappear intermittently after each other, so timing. Ignore the ads on this platform and just run around if you're stuck on there because the platform disappeared. To the person who made it across the 3 subsequent supports, hit the switch on the left to activate a portal for the people still on the second platform. Now in the third main area, take care of the ads on the first and second floors, eventually opening up a portal to a small room where you and your group will have to decide who steps on which switch. Remember this order for the battle with Lendevian in a minute. Once the switches activate, gravity returns to normal and a shit ton of ads will come to greet you. Deal with them. Portal in the middle, mini boss to deal with, but there's an additional annoying mechanic. 2 to 3 quarantines will happen, where one randomly selected player will be placed in an isolated container. If this happens, it is commonly agreed upon by the community that you visit Douglas at his workshop.
Great day for some dying, isn't it?
Re-enter the dungeon and continue with the mini-boss to open the portal leading to the pre-battle area. Just like Euphoria, you deploy buffs here, shoot a ready check, and have 7 minutes to defeat Lendevian. As acting Elder Blade, Lendevian has some powerful moves at his disposal, which include a stealth-type blink, Mason's gravity missiles, a blade chasm with a uselessly late telegraph and wide range damage over time, and an aerial type impact. The most dangerous of these moves is when he combines 3 chasms in a row and ends it with an impact, but you can capitalize on this as he has to take a moment after the impact. Nonetheless, it should be noted that Lendevian is actually really precise, as all of his moves will target players like a Barracuda, most notably his impact due to the range that he can jump to. Funny enough, he actually has less health than Euphoria. How does he alleviate this? Block phases, of course.
They smell like beef!
When the group reaches certain damage caps throughout the battle, Lendevian will stop the fight by blocking any and all attacks until you perform certain actions. In the beginning, this means that he will prepare to jump to the center of the main area and darken the entire map. During this darkness, he cannot be damaged, so just run around if you're being targeted while the rest of the group heads to the portal that's about to be opened. The order for the portals will always be as follows: 7, 11, 5, and 1, sorta. Once Lendevian teleports away, the portal to the respective area appears. I suggest dashing away as soon as you enter, because Lendevian loves to spawn camp and may actually one-shot you as you arrive. These additional areas are based on elements and will contain some annoying ads from that region. Try to ignore them unless they take your abilities lock on. Eventually, Lendevian will block, indicating that he'll teleport again, but in those seconds that he taunts after he blocks, you can damage him some more until he teleports. The portal to the main area spawns a few seconds after, so go quickly and repeat the process once more. After this second area, Lendevian will attempt to perform the literal worst move in the whole game, so please remember the order from earlier and go to the respective Blue Lapenta. In Azure Flux, the required Lapin shard is Euphoria's Protection Green, so don't use Sword of Time, Omega lol. Just attack as normal to destroy your respective Lapenta. If you see others are not yet done, try and go to assist them, because if one fails, Lendevian will activate his ability that not only wipes the whole party, but resets the entire battle. Back to 7 minutes, back to full health. Do not fuck up. After the skill break, DPS him down and repeat the whole process I just mentioned twice. By the way, Lendevian will also spawn more of the prior ads on the main platform, and when he does so, you can DPS him down at this point. At the second skill break, his health is low enough so that you're able to subdue Lendevian immediately after. There, you beat Azure Flux. Okay, so 2 things that I forgot to mention that I found out later on in some future runs. One thing, you can phase Lendevian in the first part if you get his health lower than 80%. So instead of teleporting, he'll literally just stay in the middle, which caught me off guard. Second of all, there is a rare move that Lendevian can do that doesn't happen very often. And that is whenever he grabs you and just straight up stabs you. Jesus Christ, I thought he was dead. Honestly, the easiest but most annoying of the Eye of Lapenta dungeons. And to end this video off with some facts, I direct this message to Nexon and any other game developers out there. Invincibility phases are not boss mechanics. That's just cheap filler to piss poor boss battles. Thank you and goodbye.
Nanomachine, son!